welcome back to my channel. So today I have a pretty juicy video. I know last time I did a dating video, a lot of you guys liked it, and I feel like we don't need to always talk about makeup and fashion every single day. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Arika, and I love all things girly and glam, and I really love health and fitness and working out and stuff like that. So if you guys like videos like that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click on the subscribe button, and also make sure to click on the little bell below so you can receive a notification every time I upload a video. That's the kind of videos you will see on my channel. But I also do vlogs and my daily life, and sometimes I do story time videos and talking videos where we can talk about things that we're working on in our lives and things that we struggle with. And one of my main struggles that I pretty much face a lot, and maybe you guys out there can relate or maybe you guys cannot, but I struggle with relationships and dating. Today I have some tea to spill. It is a continuation of my last video that I talked about when I was talking to you guys about online dating and my secret dating life. So my dating life is totally top secret. I don't really talk about it. I actually don't even really talk about it. I do talk about it with my closest friends, but my friends that, you know, I see sometimes, like, you know, work events and stuff like that, makeup events, beauty events and stuff like that, they don't really know every single thing about my dating life because I like to keep it very low key. So today I'm actually going to talk about someone I used to date, how successful my online dating experiences have been using apps and actually using a site. So where do we begin? My video last time I talked about online dating and using Match and meeting people and being careful about meeting people online and stuff like that, and how I felt that Match actually had people that were interested in being in a relationship. So the reason why I actually really love Match, I was dating a guy. This is actually, I have screenshots and stuff like that to prove it. I got receipts, girl. But yeah, 2 years ago I was dating somebody that I met on Instagram, actually through DM. And I think that's so amazing that you can meet somebody on Instagram and date them and go on dates with them and eventually be with them and maybe even end up marrying them. My dating experience on Instagram, I had dated someone really famous and really high profile, really good looking actually, and very successful, and a great guy. But yeah, on DMs you like creep, you know what I mean? You know who they follow and you look at who they like, and then you look at who they double tap and comment and stuff like that, and it gets crazy, especially when there are two people that have really big followings, and it gets kind of weird, you know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, well, you know that person who's like really popular online, and you know that person, or do you talk to that girl, or like do you guys have a thing? It gets kind of weird. So that's what I'm going to talk about. But I actually wanted to talk to you guys about a new feature on Match before we get started. So you guys know I've been using Match, and I met a guy. I'll talk to you guys about that at the end because I kind of want this video to be like a happy ending, because the 2 years ago Instagram DM relationship was kind of a fail. So the feature that Match just actually added is a video, and I'm actually editing it now because they just added it. I'm like excited about it. So you actually have a video slideshow sort of thing to introduce yourself. So the hard thing about online dating is you just see their pictures, and guys sometimes, no shade, but some guys, most guys don't know how to take a good picture or video. Like girls, we have like everything on fleek, lighting on fleek, hair on fleek, like makeup, like face beat and everything like that. So most guys actually aren't very photogenic either. They just don't know, you know what I mean? They don't know about lighting. They take pictures with sunglasses on and you can't tell. So the cool thing about Match right now there's a Match stories option, kind of like Instagram stories, where you can make a video and tell a story. I'm gonna play it for you guys. Hi guys, it's Arika. I'm a super girly girl, but I never miss a workout. On my free time, I like hanging out with my girlfriends. And for work, I like to get really creative and take lots of photos. I'm really good at taking pictures for my friends too. I made it, and I think it's super cool because you could like introduce little aspects of yourself, and you can actually hear like the person's voice. So you can hear my voice, and you know, it kind of incorporated like my job and stuff, but I didn't do too much. So that's the difference between like Instagram or meeting somebody on a social media platform, especially if you're like popular or poppin'. You don't really want to, I mean, I personally, when I go on dates, I don't want to explain too much about like well, I'm on YouTube and I make YouTube videos and I make tutorials and I go on Instagram and take pictures and I go on brand trips and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to talk about that at the very beginning of my dates. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's because I have dated people in the social media world. Oh my gosh, that is another story. That's somebody I dated last year, like around Halloween time. A really, really popular person too. But oh my gosh, so many stories in one thing. So the reason why I actually really love Match is because you don't have to connect your Instagram. You don't have to connect your social media platforms. You don't link people to go to your social media platforms. You're actually just there for a relationship, and I think that's super cool. And now you have a slideshow where you can actually show like you doing stuff and like videos and stuff like that, and other people will have that too. So a couple years ago, I met a guy on Instagram. He DM'd me, and he is a very high profile basketball player. And when he DM'd me, I was like so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is so good looking. I don't follow sports. I don't really watch sports. I've gone to sports games because of my friends and like my family, like my dad and my brother, they like to go. So sometimes they'll bring me, and I've gone just with guys or my friends and stuff like that. And I don't really know much about sports teams and what team belongs to what city and stuff like that. And I met a really, really hot man through DM. He DM'd me, hi. And like, I was like, oh my gosh, I opened it, and then, you know, you could see if they read it. So this is like the old school Instagram. I actually have all the screenshots right here. And they're like, it's like the old Instagram. Like, remember a long time ago it looked like this? And I have it because I actually had saved them and sent it to my friend who actually doesn't live here. She lives in another country, and I was like so excited. So I was like, oh my God, you gotta see these screenshots. And I had like compiled them into an email and sent it to her, and I found them. So these are my receipts. Anyway, so I ended up dating him and meeting up with him. So he actually lived in LA half of the time, and then Texas at the time, because that was a team that he was on. And then now he's like on a different team. We actually still kind of talk, so hopefully he doesn't see this video. But yeah, so he's super cool, super nice, like basketball like, I don't know, basketball player like, because it's like very flashy, gets a lot of girls, knows a lot of girls, and all of that, and very like manly, which I actually love. Like, that's the kind of guy I like. I like very like masculine guys. I think because I'm so girly, it's like the total opposite of me. And it was great. He was so nice, and like we talked for a long time. Obviously, I'm not with him now, so it didn't really work out. But this isn't true for every single athlete out there, but for someone I think that gets so much attention and so much success, there's just a lot of choices and a lot of options. So at the end, I was kind of hurt because I did find out some like things through the internet and like that sucks, you know what I mean? So a friend of mine sent me a link, and I was like, oh my gosh, and a little surprised, but like whatever, you know, like sometimes just things just don't work out the way that you think is gonna happen, or you know, whatever. So what I was trying to say is I met this guy through DMs. We talked, ended up being like a cool little thing for a little bit. The reason why I actually prefer meeting somebody through a website that doesn't connect to your social media is that there's no judgment. It's like they just meet you. When they meet you in real life, they just meet you, and you get to talk to them, and you don't have to tell them that you have an Instagram career or a YouTube career, or maybe you do have sexy photos on your Instagram and that's not really like you, or maybe you do have like certain things, or you show certain things online and it's not really you. Because on the internet you can really be whoever you want, and sometimes necessarily it doesn't align with who you are on the inside. So sometimes it's just hard, and for me it's like, you know, I don't like it when people like judge me based on my Instagram and stuff like that, or think I'm like a certain way, you know, or like my YouTube or whatever. So that's why I love Match, and I have other apps, and I have used other apps. Actually, I have this other app that's like an exclusive invite only creative people, or like, I mean, they call it famous people. I do have another app like that, and I have met guys on there, but they weren't successful relationships. I don't know. I feel like the social media thing is hard. I know people that have DM'd each other on Instagram and have successful relationships, and like that's totally great, but for me I feel like it didn't really work out that way. Like, I met somebody super great, and at that time when he DM'd me I was like, oh my gosh, this is everything, this is totally like my type of guy. But yeah, it didn't really end up the way that it did. So I feel like on Match, it weeds out the people that aren't looking for a relationship. And on Match, it's just focused. It's like, I am looking for a relationship. So if you are, then like maybe we should hang out. That's why I love it. And so that's my story about the basketball player that I dated. I also have dated somebody back in September, the fall of last year. I mean, he's really great too, but I kind of ghosted on him. And he's huge here on YouTube, actually. And he was really nice, but he had just gotten out of a relationship, and I think maybe that had changed the way that, you know, how we dated or how he thought about me dating him. I kind of just like blew him off, actually, but he was great. I mean, I was really attracted to him. Again, okay, so it was like so weird, right? Like, I didn't follow him on Instagram and he didn't follow me on Instagram, but it's like I wasn't gonna, it gets like technical. It's like I would have followed him on Instagram if he followed me, I guess, first, right? But then I did post a photo. It's deleted now, but I did post a photo with him in it in a group. So maybe you guys can like figure out who it is, but I don't, I'm not gonna say any names on here because I just don't want to expose people and stuff like that. They don't need to know. I do have like different stories of different guys that I dated. So this is just like another one of those episodes of a dating video, a talking video, and a story time video. I hope you guys like this video and this story. So I did meet a guy on Match online, and I actually went on some dates with him. The first date, so the reason why I really love Match actually is because you don't have to link your Instagram, and you don't even have to put your real name. You don't have to say Arika. Like, yeah, I said Arika in my video. I mean, that's just my first name. I mean, I guess there's not that many people named Arika, but it's like your full name or like your links. So met a guy, we chatted for a little bit, and then we went on a date kind of close to my house. So, you know, I met him there, which is like the safest thing to do, you guys. Meet your date there. Don't get picked up, because why would you want them to know where you live? You know what I mean? You don't want them to know where you live on the first date. I mean, that's what I recommend, highly recommend for you girls out there. Like, do not have them pick you up. Meet there. Cool thing about the first date that we had was that he was a healthy eater. Like, that's like my number one requirement when it comes to meeting someone, because if they don't eat healthy, I can't hang out with them. Like, I just can't. So happy that he was a healthy eater, super into the same things that I liked, super into the same kind of grocery stores that I like, really into working out. He's in fashion as well, which is so amazing because you guys know I'm obsessed with clothes, and he was too. So I thought that was a really great common interest that we had, and he was just great. So, so far going well. I don't know too much yet because it's only been like a short amount of time, like a month. So I'll let you guys know what happens, but I did meet somebody that I like and I'm into. So if you guys want to know more about my dating past life, if you guys want to know about my life, about dating guys in the past and like how successful it was and whatnot, because some of them were good and some of them were longer and some of them were shorter and some of them were men that I thought I wanted, and I ended up feeling like I didn't really want to be with them, you know what I mean? Like, I ghosted on them and stuff like that. So if you guys want to see more storytime videos like this, let me know. And don't forget to sign up for Match and create a profile so you can meet somebody like the guy that I met. Honestly, like, he's dope. So yeah, don't forget to click on the link. You guys actually get to see for free people that are on there. So like potential partners that you may want to like meet or like go on dates with. You don't need to pay. And then I also have a 7-day trial link. So check that out. But yeah, if you guys want to hear more storytime videos and dating videos and stuff like that, let me know. Again, don't feel any pressure to have to go on dates or have to have a boyfriend or have to have a girlfriend or have to have like any partner or be with anyone. I'm always single AF, and I've had many failed relationships, and even though I feel like they're like my dream husband, it ends up being sometimes a fail. So good luck out there and be safe, and remember the first date, be very careful and don't say too much, okay? So sometimes you gotta zip it up and don't share all your social medias with them. I mean, if you want them to follow you, whatever, but sometimes like I feel like people, it's hard not to judge and think different things when you see other people's social medias and stuff like that. So Yeah, that's why I like Match, and some of the other apps I feel like it gets too crazy when you have to connect all your social media accounts. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys liked my little experiences of dating. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. And before you guys go, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Mwah. Hey guys, I'm actually heading to the OC right now, and I'm spending an entire week